Hey everyone, welcome back to the Bronze Grade Podcast, where we talk about anything gaming related. This is episode 48. If you can't tell, the sound of my voice, I'm a little sick again for like the 50th time this year, or last year. It's pretty annoying. I know Lawrence was sick last week, I was sick last week. But today I'm only joined by Lawrence and not Jackie. He is away. Lawrence, how's it going?
Good, good. I feel like I'm doing a little bit better.
Oh yeah, well you sound better,
So
so you know.
yeah,
Yeah, I just sound stuffed up. I don't know. It's really annoying, but I guess it's the season. Can't complain.
it is the season.
I know.
It
Well,
is the
season's
season.
supposed to be over, so.
I'm, I think I'm more in pain from all the shoveling that's been going on the past few days.
Oh, true. Yeah. That was a little annoying. It was a lot of snow, but I mean, what can you do? It is winter, and we are in an area
Yep.
that produces snow, so
hmm
can't complain about it. Although, did you hear there's like 200 accidents? I think I read an article that one day there was like 200 plus accidents. Kind of
I
wild.
believe it. That one day, I think it was Thursday, was
Yeah,
it?
it's Thursday. Yeah.
Like that was pretty rough.
Yeah, it was
It's
pretty
pretty
annoying.
rough.
But we're not here to talk about the weather, so found some interesting things this week. I know something you posted up we can speak on real quick about GameStop in the US and how they're closing some of the stores. Now, for me, GameStop really has never been like a go-to store. Like I was reading some comments and like on Reddit and stuff, and everyone's like, "Oh my god, my childhood, I used to go here all the time and whatnot." I feel like I never really went to GameStop. It wasn't well. I mean, here it's called EB Games, but uh, I just didn't feel like it was like the place to go to get video games. I mean, maybe you can relate to this, but when I was younger, it was like Blockbuster, right? You go to Blockbuster, rent some games, and then play it and come back, and then give it back and rent another game. EB Games and stuff like that was more of a luxury. You go there to buy a game. You go there to like actually physically do something.
Well,
What
I
do you?
think I think the difference I think the difference is that that's really the only place that you can buy secondhand games. I know they take like a
Hmm.
huge profit from it, and that's really one of their um, main businesses, I guess, for a long time up until nowadays where they sell Funko Pops as their main as their
Right.
main source
Yeah.
of income.
Hmm.
But I think it was around the Wii era where I actually did get a whole lot of used games for the GameCube and Wii
Hmm.
and PS3, and that's why my library actually ballooned up a lot around that time. Like I would pick up older games that's I can get for like $15,
Hmm.
$10. That's really why I actually got into buying a lot of games from EB Games or now GameStop, right?
Hmm.
So I there is a I guess a niche for it at that time because there are competitors, but a lot of them are like mom and pop stores or a lot smaller ones. I think we had Micro Center or Micro Play
Yeah.
here.
Microplay. Yeah. Microplay.
Yeah, but they just really closed down so many stores that it's not really even like a factor. I think up in my area there's actually one that's still left, but I don't know if it's like how big of a franchise or a license it is now, right? I
Hmm.
don't see it anywhere else, honestly.
Right.
So for me, it was yeah. For me, EB Games is really that. It's like I sometimes I would go there to buy new games, but it's
Hmm.
more like I would get them for the same price at like a Walmart or something else, right? So
Right.
it's not a standout thing to do that. It's really for the used games.
Right. And I feel like I like get your point. Like I feel like I traded in a couple of games, but speaking on that, like their trade up or trade in value was so garbage. It was always so like ridiculous. You would like buy like a fresh game and you'd be like, oh, let me trade this in for something else, and you always get like the crappiest like trade in value for it. And it was always like hilarious. And I mean that like really threw me off of like wanting to trade in games to EB games. Now, mind you, I like keeping my physical copies anyways. So it was never like a thing where I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna trade in like 4 games to buy one game, unless I hated it. Yeah, that's different. If I hated it, then yeah, I'd probably get rid of it. But for me, EB Games or GameStop was always it was cool to walk into, see all the games that were coming out and whatnot. And this is before, like, I would like go on the internet and find out myself, right? But nowadays, like, I rarely step in there. But like you were saying, like right now, it's literally all collectibles. Like half the wall or half the store is just collectibles, Funko Pops, figurines, like figures, like action figures, all that stuff. So I don't, I don't see the fault, like any fault for them closing some stores, because I feel like a lot of media is online now too. Like you no longer can go buy a game and have physical disc, a physical instruction guide, and like goodies. It's just all like virtual goods, right? So I feel like GameStop as a store, yeah, you're right. It's just a collectible store now. Like no one buys games. Like you probably have like your parents or like not like parents that would go to GameStop and be like, "Hey, my kid's looking for Super Mario," or like for Christmas and whatever, and that's where they would get their business. But like as a gamer, like growing up in this time and era, everyone just gets their shit online. I feel like no one's gonna go physically and buy a game.
Yeah, I think it's a big it's kind of a thing that you can tell is a more common thing now that when PS was it PS5 or now?
Hmm. Hmm.
They have like a SKU that doesn't have a disc drive, right? Like I think
Hmm.
Pro version even doesn't really come with a disk drive, and the disk drive add-on just looks like garbage. It's like a tack-on thing
Yeah.
that doesn't even look like
Yeah.
it fits on there, right?
No, it's so
So
stupid.
it's really telling that that's kind of just a SKU that you can get now, right? And as someone who, I think even since the PS3 era, a lot of my purchases have been digital. Of course, with Steam, that's all digital, right? But even on my
Hmm.
Switch, most of my games are just digital purchases. So I think a lot of people are switching to digital. It is really a matter of time before you go full digital for a lot of consoles. I think the thing that's going to hold it back is really uh, what's happening right now with like solid state drive prices, or a lot
Hmm.
of that stuff might be the driving factor. So if that's really going to be a concern, companies might roll back to doing more physical copies like CDs or DVDs
Right.
or flash cards, right?
Hmm.
So that might be a little bit more affordable than making people download on their, $1,000 hard drive. Like you're not going to expect people to have that, right? So
Yeah. Well, I
yeah,
mean, you still have companies, like I think it's Limited Run Games or something. I forgot what they're actually called, but the company that like
yep.
takes certain games and makes limited physical versions of games. I feel like physical media is still gonna have a place in people's hearts. Like I know a bunch of people that like collecting older games like NES, Super NES, GameCube. Like just physically have those games and those consoles, right? Even though you can virtually emulate all those consoles and all those games, you're on Switch or other means and whatnot. But I know a lot of people that like collecting that kind of physical copies, and I feel like PS1, 2, 3, Xbox, and all that is gonna follow that suit, where a lot of people might end up collecting that as like a memento almost, right? Maybe not PS3 and maybe not 4 and 5 yet. Maybe 1 and 2 games.
I think so. I think it is definitely a thing for people that want physical copies. Like I personally do enjoy having physical. It's just a huge pain to deal with. But
Oh
I know a lot of people are like, oh, I fucking hate digital, so I'm only gonna buy
yeah.
physical copies. But honestly, if gamers are forced to buy digital only, if your thing is digital only and the whole industry goes that way, they're still gonna buy the games. I just don't see it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see not having digital stopping them or not having physical stopping them from buying games. I think the more important factor really is the parents, right, or
Right.
grandparents that's out to buy things for Christmas or whatever. Like
Right.
that's going to be more of a thing. Um, but I think that might be alleviated by having codes, right? A lot of games
Right.
like the Switch I know has just game codes you can buy in cards now. It just doesn't feel as good as a gift, right?
No, for sure.
Um,
And
so
it's funny that we're speaking of like gift giving and stuff. I feel like having digital like games and whatever like is almost like a nice thing. if you want to kind of control, like, not even control, like to kind of stop kids from playing games that they shouldn't be playing, the ones that are rated R, rated 18 plus, and all that, right? Only because I feel like I will say, like, a lot of parents are very oblivious sometimes when it comes to video games. They're actually not really into it. And I feel like kids would just be like, "Oh, mom, just buy me GTA 5. It's fine." And they're like a 7-year-old. That's horrible. Like, I mean, again, like, I'm sure they'll be able to, they've seen worse, like, online and stuff. But, like, what's the point of a rating if you're not going to follow the rating? You know what I mean?
Well, I think the difference is that, like, if the parents aren't familiar enough with the rating system, would they even know about the parental features on a console in the first place, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
does it really matter? Like,
No, and I get what you're saying. Like, it just comes from, like, like when I used to work in retail and whatever. I remember this quick story where this mom and their son came in to buy a video game, and then it was GTA. It was GTA 4 or something at the time, and being where I was working, we have to. No, it wasn't EB Games or anything, but you would have to, at least tell them, hey, by the way, this is rated R. Like, are you cool with that? And I remember this mom was like, "What does that mean? Like, I don't understand." So, being the jerk that I am, I explained to the mom what GTA 4 involves and what rated R means and stuff like that. I think I talked about, like, shooting, stealing, strippers, sex, and all that. And then I remember this so well because the mom turned to the son and said, "You didn't tell me anything about this," and literally said they're not going to buy it, and then just walked away. And then the son was screaming and, like, begging his mom to, like, let him buy it and stuff. But I feel like it just kind of reminds me of that. Like, with digital purchases, I feel like at least you would have to put in, like, your age and birthday to be able to buy. You know what I mean? But still, I mean, you can still circumvent it by having your parents do it, or you can lie about it,
yeah.
whatever. But I just think it's an interesting thing, right? I don't know. I feel like that could be something that could help with that. And again, I don't even know the statistics for, like, underage kids playing, like, rated R games or 18 plus or whatever. I'm sure it's a lot.
I think it's yeah, I think it's pretty common. Like, especially for big franchises like Call of Duty, I'm pretty sure a lot of kids play that game,
Mm-hmm.
right? So it is what it is. I don't really have strong feelings about that aspect of it. I know, like, it is just a lot of parents who don't know any better, and they're like, oh, whatever, this is the popular thing.
Yeah, and
Go
don't
play
get me
it.
wrong, I
Who
don't have
cares?
any strong feelings about it. I just like ruining
Yeah.
people's people wanting to buy video games. But, like, see, the thing is, you're absolutely right about Call of Duty. Because I always get these, like, little, like, pubescent kids, like, screaming on their mics, telling me they fucked
Yep.
my mom last night or something.
Yeah. Exactly. I think it
So,
might be a little bit better now because a lot of younger people have moved on to, like, Fortnite and other really popular games, right?
mhm.
But I'm sure it's still a thing in Call of Duty.
No, I'm sure it's still a thing. I can't see it being why not. I mean, it's such a popular franchise, right? So you can't see it not being played. Any final thoughts on the GameStop? Again, I don't have any real big feelings about it. If they start closing stuff here, I'd be like,
No.
whatever. It'll
Yeah,
just be enough.
honestly, I go into the stores now just out of habit. Honestly, I step in, look at the racks, and go, nope, out.
Yeah.
I'm done here. Like,
Yeah, I look
there's
at the.
nothing for me in those stores, especially because I don't have current consoles anymore. So it doesn't make sense for me to really look. It
Hmm.
used to be nice when they have used games of the older consoles where I actually own stuff for. So, like, let's say I go to the microplay close to my place, they actually have more retro stuff. That's a little bit more interesting to me, right?
Right, yeah.
But
Yeah.
now when I go into GameStop, it's like, oh, PS5, Xbox Series X, or whatever, and I don't have either of those. And the nearest thing I would have is a Switch, right? And
Hmm.
even then, I'm like, I can get all these online. Like, I can buy all these digital anyway.
Yeah.
Their used discounts aren't that crazy, and yeah, it's just not that fun to look at it. Like, I. again, back in the day on Wii, on GameCube, I can't get digital purchases, right? So that's why I'm like, oh, I go find used games, and it's cheaper than buying them full price, or even
Hmm.
like they don't even sell new copies anymore, right? So it's always fun to see like, oh, do they have this one game I've been looking for a long time,
Right.
right? But nowadays, it's like I can just find basically anything I want on, digital anyway. So, mm,
No, it's true. It's true. Everything's digital now. I mean, it's hard, right? It's, I mean, not hard, but it's so much easier to get and that kind of stuff. Oh man. Well, goodbye GameStop, I guess. Although it's only certain stores, so I don't think it's all the stores. And I mean, I think
yeah. But
eventually it'll be,
yeah.
yeah,
You're just
eventually
waiting for
it'll.
it to go away. Honestly, if it wasn't for the whole I don't remember what it's called, like the stocks thing,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
I think GameStop would have been already gone.
You think so?
Like, yeah. Or like I think it would have been already, this would have happened maybe a year or two earlier at this point,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah, that's
I
fair,
think
I
whatever
guess.
happened with stocks actually managed to keep it afloat for a little bit longer, but it was always a short-term play, right?
Yeah, I don't think it was never gonna keep it like afloat, I guess,
No.
so to speak. Right. So I mean, still, I mean, good luck to them. Maybe it'll turn it around and figure something out. But I think in this current landscape, they're not doing anything. It's just gonna be,
No.
yeah, it's gonna be goodbye GameStop. Moving on here, I saw something that was, I don't know, I want to call it interesting or not. I think that's really fucking weird. So Final Fantasy VII Remake, PS5 and PC are getting the Streamlined Progression features coming down to Switch and Xbox. So, what is the Streamlined Progression, you ask me? Well, Lawrence, Streamlined Progression means you can keep your HP at 9,999, keep your attack, max defense, max MP, and you just click one button and you play the game because they want to focus on the story, which is a piece of shit. And then you're gonna now tell me that players are just gonna be like fucking pressing one button to win the game? Who fucking approved of this stupid nonsense? This is just as bad as when Sony announced that in the future they're gonna have a button where they let AI take control and beat the game for you. I might as well just watch a fucking visual novel. You just make this a visual novel. You're not even playing the game. I like I know older games, like older RPGs have, quality of life stuff, times three battle, no random battles or whatever, right? I don't know if I've ever heard of having your stats maxed and you're just gonna play the game like with 9,999 HP. Like, I don't fucking understand this nonsense. And I know for someone, I know you haven't played the remake. Um, but from like your standpoint, like, what's the point of playing the remake? I don't get it.
No, so I've seen games do something similar. It's not to this extreme, but like I remember Mass Effect having the option to do like, oh, story focused
Mhm.
or combat focused, right? So like I get that being a thing, but this is like to a way extreme. This is like me with endgame stats like slapping Sephiroth with a
Yeah,
counterattack,
yeah,
right? But this is
exactly.
after like hours and hours of grinding. Like I think that's just crazy. Like honestly, for me, it should have been like, oh, you get a certain percentage boost on your stats, fine, right? Or your XP gain is such and such percentage higher. Sure,
Hmm.
that's fine. Or general stats, number playing with numbers a bit, but like you're basically giving people end game character stats and just rolling through the game. It's like, why even have combat in the first place then? Right?
Yeah, seriously. Like, let me read this to you. Streamline progression fully maxes out a player's HP and MP, essentially ensuring they can't die. It also sets the damage to every enemy to 9,999, making battles far quicker and gives players the maximum number of every item where possible. What the fuck is this? Like, what the fuck am I playing? Like, you're not even playing a game. You're not even playing a game. Like, you're
It's
just not.
it's more like, dude, why do they need items? Like, you're gonna just roll through all the enemies. Why do you need items? Seriously, dude, are you gonna need potions or even revives or anything? Like, oh yeah, you're gonna go. Well, okay, I don't know about this game specifically, but like, uh, thinking about original Final Fantasy VII,
Mhm.
you're gonna tell me you're gonna roll into Ultimate Weapon and be like slapping them, be like, oh, I guess I might need a revive here or there. I don't know, like, dude, at those stats, fucking, you're killing anything.
Like,
Like,
hold on. And then it continues to say, essentially, the features are an optional way for players to explore the game and its story, even if they don't like combat or find it too difficult. It's not a difficult fucking game. Like,
no, well, I'm not gonna argue about that portion because I know some people prefer turn-based over action, and this is definitely
hmm,
more the action side.
right.
But like this is like so far on the other side of like making things more accessible. It's straight up like, again, like I don't know why you even want a fight in the first place, right? Like there's no challenge at all. You don't even need to press anything at a certain point. You're just like, battle starts, battle end. And then it's like, so I haven't played, right? Yeah, in terms of combat, do your characters auto attack
From what I remember, I
or
think your other characters do, but you still go through them. Like, you still
yeah,
kind of go like,
whatever.
yeah, yeah.
Dude, if you, let's say you're playing Cloud, right?
Hmm.
Why do you even need to attack? By the time you run up to your enemies, like Barrett's already like spraying them with bullets and they're all dead.
Well, yeah,
Like,
if you
what's the point?
if you do 9,999 damage,
Yeah, exactly.
like,
Unless you're telling me only your character does that, right? So
yeah.
my actual question here is that whether or not this is a toggle that you can do like mid game, it's something that it's not a thing you choose from the start. So let's say
Hmm.
you play the game, 20% of the way in and then decide, no, I can't progress because it's too difficult for me. Can I just turn this on?
Right.
And then, after a while, you're like, okay, I feel more comfortable again. Can I turn this off and just resume normal gameplay? So,
Hmm.
if that's the case, I can see that being a thing that's more understandable as sort of like a crush. Let's say to get past a boss, right?
Right.
So that, hey, I need help to get past a boss, just slap this guy, max damage, one hit, and then
Right.
go back to being like, okay, maybe I'm gonna get challenged by the other fights again, right? So
Right.
if they're doing it that way, I can see it.
Hmm.
But if you're saying like, oh, this is basically a difficulty thing from the start of the game, then yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah, but it doesn't really say much. It just says it's a new assist feature, so it could be what you're saying is correct. However, I feel like there's no sense of accomplishment if you do that. You're just cheating, right? If you're gonna tell me you're gonna switch
Nah,
it
like
on for like a battle, that means you could have just leveled up a bit more and then like use strategy and win. You know what I
again,
mean?
some people are in this game just for the story, so I can see that being a thing. I know, I don't like to play it that way, but at a certain point for RPGs, all I'm doing is grinding so that I can do those numbers in the first place. At a certain point in my mind, it's like, should I just turn this on?
No, and yeah, no,
Because
I
I'm gonna
get it.
get here at some point. So
No, no. And the thing is, I understand that concept and that frustration, where like you're not a grinder, you don't want to like spend like 2 hours like leveling up just to beat a boss or whatever, right? Uh, and I get that, but I just feel like this is just like you said, it's just to the extreme. Like you could have done something a
Mhm.
bit like smaller and then still have that like kind of like assist feature where like if I'm stuck on a boss, let's say, I can get over it by like adding like a little bit of stats to my character or something. But like to downright say like, oh yeah, you can just max out at 9,999. Like, dude, like there would be absolutely no point for you to play the game after you did that because you're just gonna one shot everything and it's gonna feel like, oh, I'm so powerful. Like fuck everything else. Like you know what I mean? There'd be no there's no rhyme or reason for, at least I feel like, for you to play the game without that. once that's features in. Because if you're truly playing it for the story, then you absolutely have no qualms about doing the battle. So you're just gonna make yourself God mode, and you're just gonna play the game, right? Even if you have a slight interest in the combat, why wouldn't I want to slap someone for 9,999 damage, right?
Hell yeah.
And oh man, I just don't understand this decision. It's fucking ridiculous. It is the most.
I don't know if they had like a survey or something that says, basically people dropped off in the game, really quickly because they just want to see the story. Maybe that's why they did it. I don't know.
Mhm.
Again, I don't agree with this, but I can see some people going with that feature. So,
Right.
hey, it's better than Square going like, "Ah, you think this game's too difficult for you? Why don't you go to YouTube and watch videos of our cinematics?" Like, at least it keeps them in the game, I guess, right? So,
Right.
yeah.
And honestly, like it sounds really bad to say, maybe not bad, but like I feel like this really catered towards like the current generation of video gamers where like no one wants to put in the work, but they want to see the results. They want to see like the story, they want to see like the ending and whatever, but they don't want to play the game. And so game developers are like, oh yeah, here you go, here's a cheat code, just click this and then you'll be a fucking god. And that's where people are like, yeah, it's just so much better. But it's not the game. You're just playing something stupid now. Like I don't know, man.
Well,
It's fucking ridiculous.
look, Dixon, I can't really comment as someone who has played idle games and clicker games. Like, you know, that's kind of how those things work. Like things just happen, man. Like whatever.
And again, like I mean,
I'm
to
not
each their
actively
own.
engaged.
To each their own. Like, do if you like playing games like that, like do it. But I feel like it's really shitting, like making
Oh
games really
yeah, yeah, yeah.
shitty. Like it's just stupid. And then,
Mhm.
yeah. Any more thoughts on this?
No, no. I think yeah.
No. So it's in the same vein. The next thing I was going to talk about. I saw this article too, where apparently the Final Fantasy VII remake director, which I forgot his name now, because I find him stupid. Apparently he kind of had it's at Naoki Hamaguchi, stupid guy.
Ah, yes, yes.
He was saying how like, oh, he doesn't want to helm the remake of Final Fantasy VI. Yeah, good. Don't fucking touch that shit. Like that game is pristine without your stupid shitty hands touching that game. Like I know we talk about this all the time, but I think 7 remake is so bullshit. And then now with the inclusion of the streamlined progression, that game's dead to me. It's a piece of shit. Like it's actually a piece of shit. like like the story is okay, I guess, because it still follows a bit of the original. With like besides the first one being like the big caveat where like some fucking shit goes like ridiculous, which I hate. But like the second part I think is pretty okay. I just think it's a dumb way to retell a story. And I've always said like if you're gonna redo Final Fantasy VII in this vein, you should have not never ever called it a remake. You should have just called it Final Fantasy VII Another Story. Like I'm serious, you should have done that and fucking do whatever the fuck you want with it. And then now you're gonna come to say like, oh yeah, I don't want to do the FF6 remake. Who even asked you? Like I want to know who asked you because I don't want you to touch that shit. FF6 for me is
Look,
such
the
a
higher ups are gonna
yeah.
come back. No, I think it's him being like, dude, this thing's taken so long. Like maybe higher ups are like, oh, we're looking at someone at to do FF6, and he's just going out there being like, guys, fuck no, I don't want to deal with that shit. Have you
Well,
seen the fans? They're fucking crazy.
he did say like FF7 took like 10 years or something for him.
Yeah,
And
the first one took so long.
yeah, I'm like 10 years of bullshit. You didn't do anything. He didn't
No,
do anything.
was he the one that started it though? Like I don't know if he came in later in the process because I again like the first remake took a long time
Hmm.
from what I remember.
Yeah, honestly, I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just
I don't
feel.
know. I'm
Mhm.
curious. I'm curious what they would want to do with the FF6 remake. Like, especially now that they have a style that's the 2D, 3D stuff.
Mhm.
Like, I feel like that would be more in line with their vision of a lot of those older games, right? The pre
Right.
3D ones. I can see that being the route they take with that game.
Mhm.
I almost think making it an actual remake, like a 3D full remake, would be such a big undertaking that it would blow the budget. It would be more than the FF7 remake. Like
Mhm.
I think FF7 remake had the benefit of having Advent Children for a lot of the design character design reference,
Right.
right, and a lot of the world design reference and the more current 3D look. FF6 would have to be like such a big from ground up design for everything
Mhm.
that I think that even that portion would take so long for them to iron out.
Right. And I would agree with you. I just feel like if they were to remake FF7 6, I don't I really hope. I mean, I don't mind if they streamline certain parts of the story, because I remember it being really annoying. But I really hope they don't fuck with the story, because I think the story is what made FF6 so good, right? Like, imagine they took out Sabin fucking suplexing the train. I'm fucking done. Man, this game's a piece of
That's
shit
literally
already.
the thing. Like, if you do it in 3D, I don't know if they would do the suplex thing right.
Yeah, they better do it right.
Right? Like
Listen.
that's specifically what I was thinking too. Like when you do the 3D, that is
Mhm.
the one battle that is so iconic. But that would be like such a specific thing they have to do for that battle.
Listen, whatever it is they have to do, that has to be in the game.
Like honestly, of all the Final Fantasies, that is one of the more likely ones to get a remake, just because I think it's probably the best pre 3D one.
I would say
Right?
so, yeah.
I think a lot of people even consider it to be one of the best. Um, and anything post 7, like I feel like
X.
at least 10
Yeah.
still, like 10 and forward at least still looks somewhat okay. Um, but I don't think they're gonna remake 8 or 9 in the same fashion as 7. Like even if they
9.
don't spread it out into multiple games,
Mhm.
but like I don't really see it being this much of a remake.
9 has been rumored to have a remake.
I almost think 9 almost feels like it might be a HD remaster thing. Like
Mhm.
in my mind, I don't see it being a full remake.
Yeah, 9 was always the one that people were talking about, and there's been a bunch of rumors flying around about it. So I quickly to go back to your question about the director. It actually was started by Nomura, and then Hamaguchi took over after, because Nomura stepped down to work on other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. And
Nomura's
again,
like, yo, fuck this. Fuck this. No, thank you, sir.
and again, like,
No.
no, go ahead, go ahead.
Oh, no, no. I was just going to go back to the FF9 thing. So,
Hmm.
like, I don't. FF9 seems like of the three PS1, or was it PS1?
Um,
It was, yeah, PS1. Of the three PS1 FF games, that's the one that I feel like is the least talked about.
right.
Or at least like in general public, that's the one that's least well known. Like I feel like FF8 had a certain cultural cachet to it too, right?
Hmm.
FF9, I know a lot of people like it, but it wasn't to that level. That's why I don't think it would be of the same level of remake. Like I don't see Square going I don't see Square skipping FF8 and then doing FF9 if they're doing the same type of remake.
Right. The thing with FF8, I just don't think it was. The story was so weird. Number one, and I feel like the whole battle system was annoying, like
But
drawing and all
at a
that
certain point,
stuff.
at a certain point when you're doing this remake, you don't have to adhere to the same battle system, right? Like FF7 wasn't really using the same battle system,
No, but
so there's no
honestly,
reason for them to
the thing is with 7, I feel like it should have
like.
stayed.
I know,
You know what I mean?
yeah, like that's. But now that they've set a precedence, like yeah, I don't see that being the thing that's holding them back from
Hmm.
doing
No, no,
FF8,
that's
right?
fair. I just
Like
can't picture.
at a certain point, they can just say, "Hey, we're gonna use the same system as FF7," like make a few alterations, and boom, FF8, new mechanics. That's fine. And
Hmm.
I know the draw system is weird because I think that's the one thing that kept me from wanting to play 8. Because I remember people being like, "Oh yeah, just go into this battle and just keep grinding, the draws so that you get, max of certain spells." I'm like, that's fucked up.
Yep.
Like that's just not. It doesn't sound because I know how I play games, and I would literally be drawing till I max out spells for everything,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
yeah, that fucking sucks, man.
Yeah.
Like the thing is, I would do that and still never use a single one of the spells. By the end of the game, I would still have like 99 of everything. I'd be like, why did I even do that? But I 100% expect myself to do that if I ever play that game.
Right. And no, and you're absolutely right about like the battle system. You can do whatever they want. I just feel like I don't mind action style RPGs, but I feel like because Final Fantasy as until recently, like 16, 15, right? They were never like full action RPGs, right? And I just don't I don't know, I just don't see that Final Fantasy being like an action RPG. Like it's just, it's not like fucking Devil May Cry or something. And again, I'm not saying it's a bad system. I just feel like regular ATB, I don't know, just more fun. I don't know.
I look, I kind of at this point in my life, I kind of prefer the more actiony style. I think that's why I
Mm.
kind of prefer the Tales series
Mm-hmm,
for
mm-hmm.
for my JRPGs.
Right.
But I do think Clair Obscur doing well might just make Square go back and say, "Hey, people actually like this shit," right?
Mm-hmm. Right,
And
right, right.
then they might be like, "Okay, any further remakes, we can just go back to doing turn-based." So
Right, yeah.
who knows?
Yeah, who knows? I mean, like, again, it's not like I need it to be like battle ATB or whatever. I just feel like maybe because I grew up with ATB and just like having like Final Fantasy as an action game is just weird. It just weirds me out. I don't know. It's just oh man,
So
7 is just weird.
I honestly think I don't know the actual numbers, but I feel like FF16 didn't do that well. And I think that might make Square rethink what they want to do with the franchise because they've been pushing for more and more action for every major release. And I think
Hmm.
that's gone too far into the action path for them
Right.
and it didn't do well for them at all. Right. So they might go like step back and be, a little bit less action again.
Yeah. And speaking of 16, I remember it being really a lot of action pace. I don't know if you ever saw that video, but it was like either the director or somebody was like showcasing 16 and he fought one boss and didn't take a single ounce of damage and parried everything and all that stuff. And everyone was like, whoa. And I'm like, this is so ridiculous. Like, why is this here?
The the problem is like I heard that the mechanics are good. Like that when you start out the game, it's very good mechanics, but it doesn't really have enough depth to carry the whole game. Something of that nature. So I don't know if that's why people didn't really like it too much.
Yeah, I don't remember
Right.
too much about 16. I think it's been a while since I remember
I just
watching
remember it
it.
being like a solo, like a single character. It's not a party. And yeah, it's again, it's just at a certain point, why are you making Final Fantasy, right? Like, I get that you already stepped away from turn based, but now you're also taking away the party thing. Like, 15 people were kind of iffy with, but at least it had the whole,
The
the
crew.
boys
Yeah, the
crew.
boys.
Yeah, right. So at least it still had that, right? And
Hmm.
honestly, that's kind of what I feel like that mechanic, a lot of that stuff from 15 got carried over to the remake, F7 remake,
Mm.
right? But yeah, 16 was just such a weird departure, I feel like, for the franchise.
Yeah, definitely. And then I think it was like set in some like weird kind of era where like the I remember this very clearly. The English voice actors were British,
Yep.
and it's just really weird. I'm like,
It's more like high fantasy setting, right?
yeah,
Or like more medieval looking stuff,
hmm,
and honestly, I don't really mind that they're going for something a little different. But my preference for Final Fantasy has always been more of the sci-fi
exactly,
style,
yeah,
like from or like steampunk sci-fi stuff that I think from at least FF6 going forward, it's a lot
yeah,
more like that. Even though I think earlier ones still had airships and stuff, but yeah, I do prefer that aesthetic more.
yeah. No, no, and I agree with you. Like, I felt like it was such an out of place like FF game, right? Like, I think 15 was almost pushing that kind of boundary for me, where I was kind of like, okay, it's still kind of in the same realm of like what a Final Fantasy game should be, but like you got fucking knocked us in his stupid car, and I'm like, what the fuck is this, right? um, and then 16 comes along, and they're like, yo, we're gonna be like out in the castles and shit, like, and I'm like, wait, what? Like it, yeah, it kind of threw me off, and again, it's not. I'm not saying it's a horrible game in that sense. It just, like you said, I just don't think it clicked well with people in general. And people were kind of like, yeah. I just didn't really like it. I don't know.
I still would want to play both those games though. Like I think the last FF game I played was 13.
7. Okay.
Yeah, 13. Yeah, well, no, I mean like the latest in the franchise,
No,
right?
no,
Like
I know.
I think 13.2 was the last one that I played.
Mm-hmm.
And people had problems with the 13 trilogy, but I thought 13 was okay. And 13.2, not my favorite, but I I platinumed that game. I don't even know why I didn't really like it that much, but yeah. Um,
You just had to.
so honestly, yeah, exactly. It was easy. It was relatively easy to platinum. It's just a lot of grinding.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I would still want to play 15 and 16 just to know, right? Like it's just it. I'm okay with games being different, but I'm more curious to know why people didn't like those games didn't resonate with people.
Mm-hmm. No, I think people like 15 enough. I think 16 is the one that people were kind of like, the fuck is this kind of shit? You know what I mean?
But I feel like honestly, when people talk about Final Fantasy, no one really brings up 15 or 16.
Uh, yeah, I guess so. I mean, I guess it depends on who you talk to, right? If you talk to me, I'll bring up 7,
I guess
6,
so.
4, 5, right? I'll really bring up 8 or 9, maybe 9. I won't bring up 10. 11 was the online one.
Yeah.
I can bring that up.
But
12.
even
Mhm.
but the thing is, like even when people complain about FF games they don't like, right?
Mm,
You hear people talk about 13 a lot too, right? Like, oh,
yeah,
because it's so linear and stuff. I've never really talked about. I've never really seen people talk about 15 and 16 in terms of like a grander Final Fantasy franchise thing,
right.
right? It just seems
Yeah.
like the games came out and then no one talked about them again. Like 15 had a little bit more going on just because the boys thing had a little bit more
Yeah.
meme potential, but 16 literally just came and went, and I was like, what happened? It's a Final Fantasy game, and I
Yeah.
feel like no one talked about it.
It's like the dark horse. There's just no one talks about it. Everyone like tries to start, and everyone's like, "Yo, this, no, 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 no." it just gets
Yeah,
pushed out of gaming history or something. It's funny that you mentioned that. I feel like when people complain about FF games, I feel like, yeah, you're right. I complain about FF10 a lot.
oh dude, I'm with you on that game. Again, I played that game way too much, and I got
Hmm.
so like my characters were so built up, but I don't know if I actually like that game.
Right. It, it's like a whole topic. Jackie loves FF10,
Yeah.
so I don't know. I don't even know if he even played the game, honestly.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like he talks shit about us hating it, I don't remember him actually playing.
Just watch some videos. You're like, this is so cool. No, so I tried playing
I mean,
FF10.
it's the first FF game with voice acting, right? So like
Yeah.
that's cool, I guess. But
No, so I don't remember where it was, but I tried playing FF10 again. I just don't remember what system I tried playing on. Maybe it was like the PS Vita? No. Anyways, whatever. Maybe it was no, it was Steam. No, not Steam. It was
yeah,
Switch
I
one,
have it
Switch
on
one.
Steam.
It was Switch one.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, because I remember I was playing handheld, and I just started playing through it. And I'm like, yo, I can't do this. This is such garbage. It was like the beginning of the game, and I'm like, I'm done. I can't do this.
Yeah. Honestly, I
Mhm.
feel like I honestly feel like I'm more interested in playing 12 again more than anything, more than 10.
I feel like 12 was
Like
good. 12's combat, a lot of people didn't like.
12 was very much MMO, a single player MMO. That's the problem, right? The
Hmm.
combat is like it's okay, but it didn't feel that outstanding either.
It was a different
Like I know
combat.
they were trying something different. Yeah, they were going away from the whole turn based thing, but I don't think I was a big fan of what they actually landed on.
No, it definitely was not the greatest, but it took some getting used to, right? So I don't know. I thought it was pretty cool. I didn't mind it. And then 13 was online, which I didn't get to play because 13 no
14.
4 no 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 11, sorry, 11 was online.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
sorry.
yes, yes. 11 and
Uh
14.
yeah, 11 I never got to play because I was in high school at the time and there was no way for me to get the monthly subscription or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And then obviously 14 I played, 13 was okay, and then 14 I played, and then that was that. So I never played 15 or 16. I just watched people play it, which wasn't bad either, but like I said, yeah, I don't know. 10's a different beast. I don't know what to say about it. That's all.
Did you play 10 too?
No, I think I watched someone play 10 too because I couldn't stomach playing more 10.
Yeah, I think I tried starting it and I just got nowhere. I don't know. It was not my thing.
Yeah, exactly. It just wasn't very fun. Oh.
I think some people stand by that game though. I like a lot of the job system stuff in that game. Apparently, people really like,
Mm.
and is more like classic Final Fantasy. But I'm like, it's so out of character for you. Like a lot of that stuff. I'm like, and the way that game intros, I'm like, this is no good. I just do not like what's going on
Yeah,
here.
I don't know. It maybe we're not the target audience. That's what I just say is we're not the target audience for
Maybe,
this game.
yeah, because we didn't like 10.
We just yeah, I don't know, man. It, I could talk about it like forever, but 10's just interesting. I don't know. There's so many memes from it, like the Titus laughing meme. Like, how did that even get in
Hmm,
the
hmm.
game? I love it. Don't get me wrong. It's like the funniest thing ever.
People justified that, right? People are like, "Oh, he's pretending to laugh.
Oh
That's
yeah,
why
yeah,
and it's so awkward." And I'm like, I mean, I guess, but it still sounds so bad.
yeah, exactly.
Like,
Like,
sure, you can justify that, but like, whatever.
I can justify a lot of
I don't
things.
know. I do give it a pass here and there because it really is their first go at voice acting, as like English voice acting for a Final Fantasy game, and I do think the voice acting for 12 was like so much better.
Mm,
Like I honestly love the general voice acting in 12. There is some problem with the quality, like vocal compression or something, that made it sound weird, but I think the actual performances themselves were fantastic for that game.
hmm. Yeah, and that's fair. That is fair. Anything else you want to mention about this topic, or that's pretty much
Nope.
it from me. Also, my voice is dying, so I don't know how much more I can talk. But I do want to say a quick thing that I know we're still playing TFD, the First Ascendant. Coming out though, that I'm gonna be playing is Arknights Endfield. Comes out on Thursday, the
Mhm.
22nd. Should be good. It looks really, really good. Art looks amazing. Not sure how I'm going to like the factory stuff, but I guess we'll see.
Dude, you don't even like the base building stuff for like actual Arknights.
And
This is
why
so
are
much
you
more
bringing that
involved. I
up? I
just don't.
don't understand why you bring
That's
that
what
up.
that's what, that's why I'm like, I don't know if you're gonna deal with this at all.
I'm gonna force myself to deal with it.
Like the base stuff in Arknights is so, you know, easy to go through at some point, and this
Hmm.
factory building thing looks like hella
I
involved
know it does
and
look
way
hella
too much
involved, but it
work.
looks cool though. So I guess we'll see how that goes. I mean, I'll let you know how annoying it is or how not annoying it
Okay.
is.
I don't think I'm gonna get in on day one, but like depending on how things pan out, maybe I'll jump in on it. But I'm gonna be too preoccupied with First Descendant to really spend that much time on that game.
I know
Right now.
I'm getting kind of like cucked with games right now for gotcha and stuff. It's starting to get a little hard. I don't know. I don't know what to do. But besides
I'm
that, it
kind of glad
looks.
I didn't get
Mm.
deep into Gacha as much as you do, because I'm still honestly just running Arknights and First Descendant is
Right.
already taking up so much of my time.
I mostly like a schedule. Mondays I play this, but you can't because then there's daily, so you literally got to play like
Yeah, I
every
got
game every
dailies,
day.
man. Schedule. Yeah, it's a daily schedule.
Oh, is there anything else you want to mention, Lawrence? Or you're good?
Hmm. I think we're good. Well, Jackie, once he's available again, hopefully he'll be playing more Long Dark.
Mm.
I really should be getting back to Street Fighter, but uh, First Descendant is like taking up all of my attention, and every time I turn on my computer, I'm like, I should play some Street Fighter, and then no, I gotta be grinding for things. I can't be playing anything else.
Right. It's okay. It happens. We'll get back to it. We'll figure it out. We'll
Okay.
figure it out. So once again, it's me and coming. Well, wow, I can't even speak now. So once again, it's me and Lawrence. We're going to be signing off. If you guys are listening, you can follow us on Spotify, YouTube, and we'll see you guys next week.
All right, see ya.